Okay, so now that we've named our blog, we can go into the settings portion and create a theme. So let's click this template button, and as I mentioned before, you'll be able to see what your blog would look like and how it would look on a mobile device. So we're going to click customize, and what this will do is take us where we can change the different elements of the theme that we've chosen, the template we've chosen. So here in this area, okay, we've chosen the template, and they still give you an opportunity to change it if you want to, but we're going to leave it on simple. And we can click background, and as you can see, this particular image matches this image. And if we want to change it, we just press on this little arrow that's leading down, and we can go in here and you could select any background image that you choose. And to give you an example, let's see, let me pick the colorful one here so you can see it pretty well. And as you can see, it gives you a preview of the background that you choose before you save it. So you can go in and you can preview these various background settings, and you can see whatever you click here changes here, so you get an idea of what it looks like on the blog. And once you do that, and they give you various sections here, you can go into different things, like if you want one for family and celebrations. There's just a ton of different patterns that you can choose. Okay, but for now, and I'll go ahead and I'll leave that the same. That's kind of cute. So, okay, so I will say done for that, and that's the background image. And if you wanted to play with the colors, okay, this is the default color, so it just took me right back to white. And there's an area, usually when we pick default, there's an area that pops up where I can actually change the colors, but it didn't do that this time. But for now, I'm going to go ahead, I'll go right back to the one that I've chosen, click done, and leave it there. So we will go to the adjust widths portion, and you see wherever this is, this will determine how the body of your blog will be shown. As you can see, as I bring this closer, move this closer to the right, it stretches my blog out so that my content can cover a wider area. And if you have a layout that has a sidebar, you want to be conscious of that, because as you adjust these various widths, you're changing different things in here. So let me see. Okay, here is the sidebar area here where this word recipe is. So when you change this, you see I'm moving that from one side to the next. And okay, I will apply it to the blog. And now, okay, for the sake of this, I'm going to go ahead and leave these the same. And then now I will go to layout. And as you can see, for this particular layout, it's the heading, the body, and then just a right sidebar. But I could pretty much choose any type of layout that I'd like. I can use the heading, the body, and a left sidebar, or I can click this one and have dual sidebars on each side. And now I can go and choose my footer settings, which in this particular portion I have the body and then just the two areas here at the bottom where gadgets can be added, and I can drag another gadget on this side, but we choose those in a different section, so I will be coming back to that. Now I will go over to advanced, and this is where we can choose the font and the various other areas of our blog. So the page text for now, as you'll see here, that says this is for training purposes. This particular font is, let's see, let's choose Courier. and you see it changes so that we can see exactly what we're doing and how it will look before we actually save it. And this is the font size. Where it's currently at 12, I could take it to 16. Let's see, does this cover this particular area here? Okay, that didn't change that portion, that changed another portion. But okay, so this is the area that we're looking for. It's the page text. It's a little bit different. This is more of the header portion. So let me just go to the blog title just to give you an idea. So we are on point here. Now, I chose to have the Westport Heights image for the blog title as opposed to an actual verbiage. So okay, blog description. This is the area that I was looking for. So I will show you how I put this image here in just a second, but for now I will show you how we work with these fonts, this text here at the bottom. Now this is our blog description text, which we can work with here. This is where we change the color. Like I can make it blue, make it a very dark blue as opposed to black, and leave it like that for now. And let's see here, I really want to find where I have my blog image. Let's see. Okay, I believe I have to go back into another setting area to find that, but we're going to come back to that. But when you're working with an area, those red dotted lines will appear to let you know exactly which area you're working in. So this is pretty helpful so that you can kind of stay on track, because it can get a bit confusing otherwise. And let's see, I'm going to go up to backgrounds, and it pretty much deals with the background in the body of your text. So the main background, of course, is it's a white color, but we want to deal with the main background. It will be right here. Let's say I change it to yellow, just to kind of brighten it up a bit so you can see the blue a bit better. I'll stick with this color yellow just for fun. Now we've changed the color to yellow for the body of the blog, and we can choose the text on the page, the color of the text on the page. And so just let me make sure that I'm in the right area. Okay, and I believe it would be referring to this gray text color here. So let me play with this and see which one. Yes, that is correct. So all of the colors in your post will be the colors that you choose right here. So what you will do, you'll find yourself going through your blog post, and you're working in a separate area, but when you want to change the design of it or the color, you're going to come back into the template designer and change your colors and things like that here. So I will leave this like that for now. There is, but actually until you actually apply that particular one to the blog by pressing this button here, none of these changes are actually made until I click on Apply to Blog. So if I were to exit this area and had not clicked that button, everything would remain the way that it was. So this line lets me know that I'm still working within the body of my blog. And let's see here. Link color. Oh, I see. Okay, so these actually are the links. The instruction page area here and where it says recipes. It's just that they're not changing at the moment because we're still in working mode. Okay, this is pretty much an area where you will have to go in and you can play with it. And you'll be able to see various things from here, but I want to cover at least all of the main areas where, for instance, here is the post title. Now I can't change high test from this area. That will actually be on the other portion when I'm actually writing the post. But I can change the font and the size and various things like that, whether it's bold or not. So you kind of go back from one area to the next. Like I can make that a little bit larger if I want to. Let's see, so I can see it. Let me go to 36. And if I wanted to italicize it or make it bold, this is where I would do these things. So that is my post title, and you want to have these stand out pretty well depending on the colors and the type of theme that you use for your blog, so that people could see your separate posts pretty clearly. And let's see, date header. Now, here is where we work with this area here. People choose not to have a date listed, and you can do that. That's your option, but that's in the other in another area as well. But depending on the way you want this to show up, you can have the background color of your date transparent, which I just changed that, and then I'm going to change the text color of the date to black. So there you have that change. So now it is in black and it's just above the post title. And let's see, post footer, which is here. You can change things in this area. And we could also take the background color of this and make it transparent and remove the box entirely and just have it listed on its own. And let's see here, gadgets. Okay, so these are just additional things. These are the gadgets that you have placed onto your page, which of course I'll be showing you in the other area where you actually choose your gadgets, but it's pretty much various things that you choose to set on your blog. Like here's an instruction page, you may have a calendar here, you may have a section where you request a person's email, name, and message, such as this area here. So all of these are various gadgets that you will choose to put on your blog. Now for images, let's see. Background color for my image, which is the Westport Heights Elementary. But it circles the whole area as opposed to just this area here, because we actually changed the images in our post, but this just gives you another way of working with them. Get an idea most definitely of how to pretty much set the theme that you choose, and you'll be able to move right along with your blog from here. But you want to just play with these different areas, and whatever highlights with the red dotted lines, that will let you know which area you're actually working with. So now we will go to the other area where we speak of our posts and the various layout and how it plays into what shows up here, so that I can show you how we put the image here and how these areas will be affected once we go in. So before we move, we want to make sure, if you like all of your changes, that you click the Apply to Blog button and you make sure all of your changes are saved at this point.